Hey folks, we're back, lesson 5 still, now the third video in lesson 5 where we're looking at a performance piece. The song I've chosen for this one is Big Bill Broonzy's Key to the Highway. It's an 8-bar form. We've looked at that form already in the theory video. And so you can go back over your notes or check the previous video, or just I'll play through it again now anyway. We're going to have a look at that. What I want to do is a couple of things. Look at Bill's style. It was a particularly swinging, sort of more lyrical style. So his solos were more concerned about following the chords about, because his songs, these 8-bar tunes, like I say, they don't have the same sort of chord response style as the 12-bar blues does. So it's more about the particular chord progression or the particular melody. So we're concerned in our soloing as well of melodic playing that is consistent with the harmony, with the chords that we're playing. Now, the way that this is an important lesson in the context of the course. What you've done up until now is you've learned a whole stack of theory. You've applied some of it the best you can, but you won't yet have the skills to be able to improvise with this theory, right? What you need to do is learn it first of all, know that it exists, understand the concepts, then copy someone doing it, right? So in this case, I'm copying Bill Broonzy and you're copying me, so that you can then start to play tunes, melodies, pieces that use this theory, right? So then you'll be able to understand it a little bit better. Okay, you'll be able to see it in action. From there, you do the musicianship exercises that we've done and that are to come, and then you're able to perhaps use some of these concepts, exercise them spontaneously in your improvisations. So I'll write out some of these solos that I'll play now, and try to learn them note for note, and I'll point out in the notes as well where these particular concepts are being used. So when I'm on the 4 chord and I'm using a major third, etc., I'll make note of that. So make sure that you can play them. Make sure that as you're playing them, you can see what's going on, and that'll really help you when it comes to your future lessons and learning to improvise in this sort of style. Okay. All right, I'll just reach that over a bit closer and get rid of performance sort of playing groove. All right, so it's the Key to the Highway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Key to the highway, build out and bound to go. Gonna be get around, walking is much too slow. I'm going back, etc. All right. So the intro was a sort of similar to something Bill might do, in that it went a little triplet thing on the top. Now, in the previous lesson, we looked at the flat 7 note, didn't we? And how important that is in the blues. And we also looked at how that scale that I just played then was the flat 7 in the tonic, in the G. But in the blues, you can play flat 7 chords anywhere. So on the 5 chord, in this case the D, I'm in the key of G. On the D, you can play a flat 7 chord too, and we always will. And the flat 7 note here is down a tone to the 5th fret. So that's a little signature lick for this tune, if there is one, I guess. For 1, 7, 1, and that's all he's doing on the 5 chord. automatic run via the semitone fret back to the 4. That's that classic little movement, classic movement that we've been using throughout the course, isn't it? The very first thing we looked at was this movement from the 5th to the flat 3rd to the 1. Now the difference this time is I'm not resolving to the 1 chord yet, I'm still on the 4, so I play that note there, the 2nd fret on the middle string, which is an E note in the key of G, and it's the 3rd note in this C major scale, C, D, E. Okay, because that's just our arpeggio, isn't it, that we looked at previously. But I'm using it as a lick. Back up. Now later on, I think I did a similar thing on the 1 chord, but went. Okay, repetition, variation. I can use that on the 1 chord because it's the flat 7 on the 1 chord. These notes all fit as well. Okay, that would work on the 1 chord, but on the 4, yeah, over the from the 1, then I think I just did a major type thing with the 2 and the 3. Now I can play over the 5 chord. When I'm doing this, I can keep the melodies consistent, smooth, lyrical, singable, by rather than jumping all over the place, sort of thing, I can go, there's the major 3rd, now I go back to there, over the D chord, that middle string on the bass, and I have a logical movement there while the harmony moves up the 5th. Okay, so that would have been something like. So now like I say, I'll write this out in your notes and point out what's going on where, which will help. The next thing I need to do is step it up a little bit, and I'll play a more complex solo in this style, and write it out as well to give you a bit more idea about how this works. And I won't make it too complex. I want you to play this one. Okay, so here we go. What are we going to do? Okay, see how I chucked the flat 3rd in there on the 1 chord just as a little blues thing? It didn't work as well as I thought it might, but it's alright. It's worth a shot. No one died. And okay, so I'll write that one out, including my not so perfect flat 3rd, and see if you can fix it for me, eh? Alright, there's Key to the Highway. That's a great tune. And like I say, see if you can learn that stuff, and then you'll be able to more easily incorporate it into your own playing as well. Now, I'm just thinking before we do wrap up, there was a little lick at the start of that 2nd solo where I went like that, right? Because that's how. If there is a signature part of this tune, it's that. Up an octave, 1 flat 7. Now, over the D chord, with that on the bass now, I've got a similar little movement. In those two, the arpeggio for D now goes like this. There's the 1, there's the 3, there's the 2, which is not in the arpeggio, but I'm using it because of this reason, right? So we've got 1 on the 1 chord. On the D chord, we've got this. So I'm repeating that little motif with a variation over a new chord. And then on the 4 chord, coming up to there, which is the note I accessed just now, but now it's a strong note in the 4 chord. Something like that, but I was looking at repeating that same sort of bop, 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 little swinging sort of rhythm part before we continued on to whatever happened after that. So yeah, that sort of worked, so I just thought I'd better point that out. But like I say, it'll be in your notes, so yeah, get as close as you can to that, and we'll keep powering on, eh?